Hello and welcome inside our award-winning locker room show sponsored by your Hampton Road Chevy dealers. I am Adam Winkler. Megan Plain has the night off. Happy 100. It's been exactly 100 days since the last NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, or NFL game was played. And as we navigate this sports standstill, our locker room shows have evolved into follow-up Fridays. We will rebroadcast stories from years past and follow up with the subject or subjects in the piece for a present-day update. Tonight, we revisit our visit with one of the most decorated football players to ever come out of the 757, Hall of Famer Dre Bly. Coming to you outside of Kenan Memorial Stadium on the campus of the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill. It was here more than 2 decades ago where Dre Bly, the Western Branch High School product and Virginia Sports Hall of Famer, became the first and only player in ACC history to be voted first-team All-American in his first 3 collegiate seasons. 21 years later, Bly is back in Chapel Hill. He's entering his first season as cornerbacks coach on the Tar Heels staff. Today, I spend the day with Dre, chatting one-on-one about what's old and new. Some wise person once said that you can't ever go home again. That sure feels like you've gone home again, man.
It is a myth, man. It's crazy how my journey has been, coming from Chesapeake, Virginia, having a chance to come to my dream school, and then playing 11 years in the league, and then having a chance to finish up where it started. For me, man, it's like a dream come true.
My first year, it was rather surprising.
Wow.
What would you go back and tell sophomore Dre Bly back then?
I tell kids now, today, make the most of every opportunity. Really apply yourself. I was luckily able enough to get my grades up my senior year in high school, my last 2 years in high school to become eligible to come to school here. So I didn't really apply myself academically early on like I should have.
The guy that you played for here, he's now your coach. I imagine Mac is a big, if not the reason you're back here on campus.
Mac is back. And that's a hashtag that I say all the time, man, because he has been one of my biggest mentors. Somebody asked me what was the difference in him today and 20-some years ago. It's nothing. He just has a few more gray hairs.
How long of a rebuild process will this take you?
And as you know, I'm very confident. I feel like Coach Bryant's been very, very successful. What I tell people, anything that Coach touches, it turns platinum. And I truly believe that. I feel like anything that I come in contact with, I feel like it's going to turn platinum. I don't lose. That's just my mindset.
Coach Bly and the Tar Heels open the second edition of the Mack Brown era, August 31st against South Carolina in a game played in Charlotte. In Charlotte, that's where we're headed. Our coverage of ACC football media days in the Queen City begins tomorrow. For now, reporting in Chapel Hill, I'm Adam Winkler. All right, couple follows up from that piece for you. First, we will not be going back to Charlotte for ACC football media days next month. Yesterday, the conference cancels its traditional in-person football kickoff and will hold media days virtually. When that takes place in late July, Dre Bly and his Tar Heels likely to be among the preseason favorites to win the ACC Coastal Division in 2020. Last season, Mack Brown's first back in Chapel Hill, UNC finishes with a 7-6 record, all 6 losses by 7 points or less. With stud sophomore quarterback Sam Howell returning, Carolina could be nationally ranked entering the fall. The Heels certainly nationally ranked when it comes to recruiting. Look at this. Currently, Carolina, the 4th best recruiting class in the country. You heard what Dre said in the interview. Anything Mack Brown or he touches turns platinum. We'll soon see if the Tar Heels can put some heavy metal on their fingers and in the trophy case. And hey, speaking of awards, happy Father's Day to the best dads on the planet. My pops, Dennis, and my father-in-law, Kenny. And to all you dads out there, enjoy your Father's Day. That'll do it for this follow-up Friday edition of our Locker Room Show. For Megan Plain and everyone behind the scenes who helped make this one happen, I'm Adam Winkler. What do you say we do it again next week? News 3 at 11 returns with a final check on your forecast after this timeout.